Hey guys, Comet here. Welcome to episode 6 in my Factorio Odyssey series. In the last episode, I put in a lot more furnaces and came up with this green circuit build. Now, I mentioned this in the last episode, but if you are interested in this blueprint, you can find it in my Discord. There is a link in the description. And the plans for this episode, I'm going to continue removing this old base over here, extend the bus, and try to get into blue signs. So I'm going to throw down some boxes over here to get rid of all this junk I'm going to be picking up. So I'll try to keep these fairly organized. And actually, these burner inserters, these need to go in the box of shame. Almost there. Just the last labs here, and it's like we were never even here. So, wood, small power poles, and these burner inserters, they're all going into the box. Same with this wooden chest, it's pretty useless. Alright, let me extend this copper out and remove these trees that are in the way. Okay, copper belt's done. So after green circuits, I'm thinking red circuits. And then maybe the mall in this area right here. So let me get a brief idea of how big my red circuit build might be. So this first machine will make copper wire. And then these will make the circuits. See, I could run the copper down here and the red circuits out this way. Then green circuits and plastic down the middle. So we'll go in and out. See, these could share the belt, but then I could only fit half as many, right? We would have copper wire in here, red circuits out here. We could have plastic in and green circuits in. And then this would go over here, because I want two sides, like I did with the green circuits. And then the beginning of the mall might be, I want to leave a little bit of space, just in case I need to make some improvements. So probably about here. I don't want to make it any closer than that. So I found this blueprint online. This was made by Catherine of Sky, it looks like. So I will leave a link to the webpage where I found it. I'm not going to leave a link to the blueprint, because it's not actually my blueprint. So I'll build just the important parts that I'm going to be using right now. And then as I unlock more things, I'll add more things onto the mall. So the first thing I want to get up and running are the belt machines right here. This is kind of odd. There's a mixture of different tiers of equipment in here. I'll run the power over this way. I will connect in the iron. This line is obviously iron because it's going into these machines. I don't know what this one is for yet. It looks like this one is also iron. So I'll pull from the second line here for this line. Okay, so this is making my belts, splitters, and undergrounds. Actually, it looks like green circuits must go on this line here, because this requires green circuits. And I'm just gonna double check down the line here. I think blue belts need red circuits, and these stack inserters also need red circuits. And it looks like the only place this can grab red circuits from is going to be this line here. So this belt has to be green and red circuits. Now this is in quite a unfortunate spot. What I can do is move this splitter here and wrap it back around like that. And then I'll have a straight shot from the green circuits. But it has to join with the red circuits, so maybe instead, what I do here, I'm gonna go under there so that I can do something like that. So this will force the green circuits onto the single lane, and then the red circuits could join in right there. And they'll probably be about right here. Okay, so now I'm getting splitters, belts, and undergrounds. Now I want to get all of these yellow inserters converted into the blue ones. So I will build this machine and throw in these yellow inserters. And I need some steel going, because I need to make more boxes. So I'm going to cheat a little and split this off. So that should get steel going. Wait, why am I getting iron on the steel belt? That's a problem. Which one of you is misbehaving? Ah. Okay. Fixed it. Ugh, mixed belts. Oh, it looks so gross. Ugh. Alright, so I'm gonna put all of these into here, and they'll get converted over into the blue ones. And I'll take these blue ones, and you probably noticed this in the last episode, but I had to use yellow inserters down here because I didn't have quite enough blue inserters. So I'm gonna switch all of these over. Not because it needs it, but because I like consistency. Okay, so now all of them should be blue inserters. Let me just give a double check here. Oh, right, I need to finish this steel. Okay, now everything's looking nice and pretty. Oh, and it looks like Christian Burr is thanking me for the lights that I did in the last episode. You are welcome. Okay, so the basic mall is going now. I think the only thing... Yeah, let me get the assemblers connected up. And then I don't think I need any of this stuff down here yet. Yeah, I might need power poles. We'll do power poles too. And long-handed inserters. So we'll get this powered up. And it looks like there's a lot of redundant power poles in this blueprint for some reason. Let's put it... Okay, so that'll actually be powered from you, so... I'll put one there, fine, whatever. So this is making the base assembler, and it's putting it into the second tier assembler. But this needs steel, and it looks like it's gonna grab this steel using this long-handed inserter here. So if I follow this line all the way back, steel and iron need to share this line here. So I'll do what I did over here, where the iron goes this way, and then the steel can come up right here. And now I need to clear this belt so that it's mixed. And then that should start this assembler up. Alright, there we go. Let me get some power down to here. Get some lights in. This is kind of odd. It looks like these sticks need to be loaded manually for some reason. And then there's no place over here for sticks. I wonder why that is. Oh well. This might be an older blueprint. I'll just make a box for sticks here. Actually, yeah, it would make sense that this is an older blueprint because the level 2 assemblers didn't need steel back towards the beginning of the early access. That's okay, we can modify this as needed. Now these need a way of getting steel, which looks like steel... Oh. Okay, steel is supposed to be on this second line here. if this doesn't need... Let's see. I can pull iron from here, then I don't need this inserter. Which means this doesn't need to come all the way over to here. So I could actually dedicate this whole belt here. If I give this a place to get iron. I can dedicate this whole belt here to steel. So just have to dive under there. Let me disconnect this steel. I'll fix the iron. And then the steel, instead of coming out there, it's gonna come out over here. Now let me clean up this belt. I will clean up this belt. And then there's no steel down there, so I can go all the way to here to clean up the rest of the belt. Ah, but now copper. How are these supposed to get copper? I think the steel and the copper actually share this belt. That makes sense. So I have to redo this one more time. Let me go under here. I could put the steel up here. Like that. And then I can run the copper into here. So this will pull from the third line. It's gonna go under, and then that will go up that way. And now I have to clear this belt off. And this belt needs to be cleared as well. Okay, I think I got it figured out. Now all I have to do is route these sticks over to here. And I think I can do that. You know what? It's actually just gonna be easier if I do this. And then let me grab some red belts for some belt weaving. So it's gonna go under, it's gonna pop up right here, it's gonna go under again, and then pop up here, like that. So now we start to see this is working. I think maybe I should do the lights as well. That way I don't have to handcraft them. Okay, yeah, this is definitely an old blueprint because lights do not need sticks. They do need copper wire though. And I have some copper wire up here. So what I can do, this is gonna be kind of gross. I can come over to right here. I'm gonna change the inserter that was here to here. And then I'm gonna go under there. So now, that should make some copper cables. Once I get the copper connected up. And then that will get the lights going. Okay, there we go. Lights are going. So I think that's all of the important stuff. At least for now. So next, what I can do... I still don't think I'm quite to blue science yet, actually. Because before I even start blue science, I have to get oil down and make plastic. But I don't want this video to go too long, so what I think I'm gonna do is put in a stone furnace array, or a furnace array for stone, completely finish them all, and then... I've been stringing this along for too many episodes, but I will definitely get into blue science in the next episode. So I will copy this, drop it down here, and remove the first half, and then paste on this back, because stone bricks only take half as many furnaces to saturate a belt. Wait a minute, I just realized I actually only need half the power poles that I have up here. So I can remove every other power pole, it looks like. Unless I change where the light is. Then it should tile without any gaps in power. It's the little things like these that bug me. So lights then will go up here. Oh yeah, this is a lot better. There we go. So now it lines up, the lights are in place, and I can save on power poles. Well, that took me a lot longer than it should have. But I've got all of the power poles at the perfect distances now. The lights are in place. The steel, unfortunately, I couldn't space the poles out anymore, because then every other red inserter here would have been unpowered. But this is looking nice and pretty now. I've got the stone going. Let me actually extend this bus. I think I want to put the stone maybe by the red circuits up here. So a gap of 2, and then the bus. Alright, so now stone is on its way, and I need stone ore as well. So I'm going to steal some from here, and run it along this way, and I just ran out of belts. But that's why you get the mall going first, because then all I have to do is run back over here, grab some belts, and I'm back on my way. I want to get the stone ore along here, because the mall actually makes rails, and rails require stone ore. And I'm sure something else is going to need ore, stone ore. So I'll make a spot for it on the main bus here. So this is starting to look like a real factory now. I think the last thing I'm going to do is, if you notice over here, I only have that 1 lane of iron and the 1 lane of copper. I want to expand the ore patches to all 4 lanes right now. So all of these miners that aren't in use, I'm going to remove and place them where they can be useful. Let's see, I think... no, that one can't reach, so I do still need to keep this one. I have to redo the stone because it's not going to line up with the iron correctly. I'm going to remove all of these gross small power poles and switch them to the good stuff. And actually, I think I'm going to route these guys over this way, just to simplify the belt work. So this is going to go straight up, go into there, that one's there, this one comes over this way, and this one comes out even further. Now, since these 2 lines are going to be mixed, stone and iron, I need to put a filter on it. So to the right, we want to get iron. No, to the... there we go. And if I move this back by 1, then I can combine the 2 right here. After an underground, and that. Actually, it would look nicer if it's right here. So then the stone's going to be routed this way, and that's actually where the power poles are going to go. I can't put the belt there. Put the belt here. And it will go down that way towards the furnaces there. So for power, I'll start here. And just drag it down. Alright, now the iron is starting to flow. Now I just need to do the same thing with the copper here. I think it might actually be more efficient if I change the direction that the copper pulls from this patch. So instead of having all of the miners insert onto a belt that aims down, I'll aim them to the right, like this. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 belts here. So this will come straight down this way. Don't need these. This one will come out this way, come down. This one will come down this way. And that should be all 4. Now I just gotta figure out power. And I think that should do it. So that's 4 lanes of copper. I don't think it's gonna be completely saturated. That patch isn't big enough. But that's 4 lanes connected in. Got 4 lanes of iron connected in. I got my stone going. And I put in the beginnings of the mall. Let me double check we're good on power. Yep. And I think that will be the end of this episode. So like I said earlier, the next episode will definitely be blue science. I'm thinking I'll do the oil right over here, next to the mall. And then I can ship plastic backwards to make the red circuits. And then I'll have maybe red science, green science, and then blue science right here. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.